All right, well, hi, everyone. My name is Zach Popp, and I am the founder of Sativa Building Systems. So I'm going to go a little bit fast here, so just hang with me, okay? But 11 years ago, I moved into the home that I currently live in, and my youngest daughter at the time suffered through a winter of respiratory problems. Couldn't really find out the cause until one day I walk into her room, and I look at the bottom of the wall, and I see little black spots, and I see that that is black mold. And I tear into that wall. The whole inside of that wall is filled up with black mold. And I thought, okay, this is a real problem. But I wasn't sure if it was like a common problem. So I looked into it more, and I found out that 70% of all homes actually have significant mold problems. 28% of all people, according to the experts, are profoundly affected by mold. And I actually worked in home construction for 7 years. So I knew enough about the building process to know that the way we currently build homes is actually deficient. So the way we build right now is we're always trying to keep the moisture out. You're always trying to keep moisture out of the wall. But if moisture ever gets in, guess what's going to happen? It's going to mold and it's going to rot. So that's a real problem. And I thought, well, maybe there's a material. Maybe there's a material out there that is just more beneficial. Maybe there's something that doesn't rot, that doesn't mold, or at least will be breathable, that won't trap that moisture. I found it. I found the material. It's called Hemp Crete. So Hemp Crete, popularized in Europe, is a lightweight concrete alternative. And a lot of people haven't heard of it, but it's really big in Europe. Hemp Crete has a lot of amazing benefits. I'm going to get into it a little bit, but it has two deficiencies, okay? So those two deficiencies are it does not have great compressive strength, and it does not dry out fast. If you were to pour Hemp Crete on a job site, it would take 6 to 8 weeks to dry out. That's a problem. So I thought, maybe we could build a product that has all the benefits of Hemp Crete, but none of those deficiencies. And that's what I came up with, and that's what I have here today, actually, with me. So this is, if I can get this to click, the Z panel. So the Z panel is a pre-dried block panel used to construct the walls of buildings. It is stackable, it interlocks with the studs on each side, and it interlocks with itself. So I'm actually going to have to reference my list because this list is going to be kind of unbelievable. But here's all the benefits of the Z panel, all right? So it's non-toxic, breathable, vapor permeable, mold resistant, pest resistant, rot resistant, fire resistant, lightweight, highly insulative. It replaces 4 materials in the traditional construction process. So it goes much faster in the building process. This Z panel here has a utility patent that's been issued on it because of the design. I don't need that anymore. So this is a Z panel. So we know that it has some amazing benefits, but do people actually want it? We actually did a survey and we found that 69% of all people who intend to build a home said absolutely they would pay a premium price to have all of the benefits that the Z panel can deliver. Now, on a more general scale, 35% of all consumers said that they would pay a premium price again to have a product that is environmentally friendly. Remember how I said that this is made from hemp? I think I forgot to mention that it's actually carbon negative. So this product, it develops, or it has well-being for both the person and the environment. It serves both those purposes. And remember how I said also that people would pay a premium price? Well, you may be thinking, well, how much of a premium will this cost? How much will this increase my home cost? Not 100%, not 50%, 10%. So instead of building a $200,000 home, you'll build a $220,000 home. And most people would say, absolutely, I will do that to have all the benefits. I have a home that contributes positively to my well-being and contributes positively to the environment. It does both of those. As far as the market opportunity, green building materials is exploding. It is experiencing 11.7% year-over-year growth. This is really big. Oh, come on, clicker. Okay, so as far as our business growth strategy, I went too far. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do is we are going to enter the U.S. residential market with a code-approved Z panel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build a show home to showcase how beautiful this product could be. Then we're going to enter the commercial market, and if we capture just 0.1% of the U.S. residential market, 0.1% in 5 years, we'll be generating $42.2 million in revenue. At that point, we'll consider going global, commercial, or exiting. Thank you.
Thank you to Zach. Any questions?
Oh, yeah, questions. Jeez,
Yeah, Zach, do you anticipate resistance from the builders who would use the material?
You know what? I've consulted with a number of contractors, and a lot of them say that they really like this product because it there's not a large deviation from the current carpentry building process. Because it retains the traditional wood framing, a lot of them said, hey, that's pretty cool. That actually might speed things up.
Okay, thank you.
Zach, where are you at on the roadmap specifically?
So right now, we have a prototype that we know is functional. So, and I actually have a lot purchased for the show home, and we're also currently building a production facility. We need to obtain that technical evaluation report, so we'll do those two things simultaneously. We're going to build the show home, and then we're also going to begin pursuing this technical evaluation report so we can show that it meets code standards.
So that raises another question I have. How do you plan on scale production-wise?
Sure. So we have a few different options. We might license the product design, but initially we're setting up our manufacturing facility so that it's very modular. The part of the production process that takes up the most space is the drying of the Z panel to dry it out. We can do that by just simply adding on 40-foot drying containers. So it's kind of a modular production process.
Is your plan to go after the buyer of the homeowner or through the contractor?
Great question. So initially, homeowner. So I think when we're starting off, we really want to target that homeowner, but also the contractor. Long term, we definitely want to work through a distributor.
Are you looking at any like strategic development relationships as far as in the green space? The construction material I'm imagining is hemp,
Yeah.
right? Derivative or based. So that industry, as you know, is taking off in Wisconsin. So are you creating any of those strategic pipelines for your product as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, just this last 2 months ago, September, I was able to work with a company that confirmed that they could get all my hemp here in the U.S. So specifically, I would love to get it locally. We're not quite there yet, not yet in Wisconsin, but I can at least say that the next Z panel will be built all in the U.S. This one here is made with hemp from the Netherlands. I don't like that. I'd rather source U.S. Yeah.
One more question.
One last question.
All right, one more question. And so you said a couple of times that the buyer is willing to pay a premium.
Yeah.
You said that a couple of times. Can you show that this premium pays for itself over time?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the key benefits of the Z panel is it is very highly insulative. So traditional walls usually have an R value, an insulation value of about 19. We're developing a version that'll have an R value closer to 24. So that means that over time, it'll absolutely pay for itself just in heating and cooling costs, for sure.
Thank you very much, Zach.